Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again. This is Precious Ugoo. If this is your first time here, my name is Precious UGOCHI. I'm a software developer, digital marketer and a content creator. I'm also Nigerian and a wife. And as the caption of my video says, I'm here to help those who like to transition from whatever career you have into tech. Okay, let's dive right in. So I have my system here, so I might be looking down a lot to read some of the frequently asked questions I wrote down. I've had something like this, a similar discussion like this with some of my friends, and I think that's what really inspired me to make this video, because I feel like there are a lot of people out there, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of young men, a lot of young ladies that would like to follow this path or delve into this path, but they don't know where to start. So I'm just here to help you and tell you about my personal journey. Everything I'm going to say here is based on my personal journey. First of all, one question that I usually got was, what course did you transition from to software development? I originally studied microbiology in the Federal University of Technology, Owerri. So I'm a microbiologist, so you can see that nothing concern me concern maths and coding, but here we are. So that's the first thing. Now secondly, what inspired me to start this career in software development and software engineering? Well, to start, I originally did not even think I had interest in software development, because I didn't know what it was about. I was like, I don't know what this is about doing. I would always see black screen with lots of code in it in movies, and when I see the person, I'm like, what are these people typing? I was so confused. I didn't have interest in it originally. I was inspired by someone to take this path. I have a mentor in this field, someone who does exactly what I'm doing, but on a baba level, because that guy is a senior dev. I have a friend of mine who was also my classmate. In fact, he was my classmate who went to youth service camp, the same state and all. So he's somebody who is very dear to me, played an integral role in my development as a student, as a software developer, all around. That's why I always mention it as one of the most important things, having a mentor, having someone you can ask questions, someone who can direct you. I'm not asking for permission to mention his name here, so I'm going to call him P. So P told me about this journey he was starting in software engineering, and I said, okay, that's nice. And I asked him to introduce me to it, because one thing I know is I'm a person who has passion for learning. Anything that has to do with learning creatives is my passion. Anything that has to do with learning new stuff, I love learning new stuff. In fact, I know some people who think, this girl, you're a jack of all trades, you want to learn everything. I don't care, I just love it. It's my passion, basically. So introduce me to it, and I won't even lie to you. I saw the code, saw the teaching, saw the plenty things they were saying. I did not understand anything, so I abandoned it. After my youth service, normal Nigerian way now, if you studied microbiology, before you even get microbiology job, you know what it takes. All of us now, marketer will be, digital marketer will be. And you know where they keep us in this country. So I wasn't really happy with that career choice. That wasn't what I wanted to do in the long run. So I started doing lots of research about jobs, career and all that. I'm one of those people who, even when I went to school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Where the medicine and surgery people in JAM that they push to biological sciences, all of us, we know ourselves. Yes, I'm one of them. I'm not ashamed. So that was actually it. I just did a couple of research on it, and I would say I gained interest in software development when I actually started learning. That was when I gained interest, like, oh, this is not as bad as I thought. I would actually love to do this. And I just put my mind to it. So yeah. The second question I wrote here is, how did I start? Now, before I started in software development, I was meant to realize that there are lots and lots and lots of branches in tech. There are a lot of things you can do in tech. There are coding aspects, there are non-coding aspects to it. It was endless. The possibilities were endless in it, and I was so confused initially because when I started online, I just started, and then I was so confused, like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? And there's another thing this thing can lead to. If you don't know where to start, if you don't know the path in tech you want to go into, and you just start anywhere, you're at the risk of being in this learning cycle. Like, you're always watching this tutorial, paying for this course, attending this boot camp without actually getting results or knowing what you're doing. I almost got into that, but thank God, as I said, I have someone who was helping and directing me. So I think it's very important to have someone who you ask questions. I started through asking questions. Basically, I went to my friend. I told him, oh, I'm interested to delve into tech. I'm interested to start this. Where do I start? He was a backend developer, but he wouldn't tell me, oh, because he's a backend developer, I should go into backend and start with backend. He basically broke down the different aspects. He told me that there are different aspects of this field you want to come into. Now, you need to know what you want to achieve to be able to know the path you want to enter into. I'm not even going to lie to you. As at then, I didn't know what I wanted to achieve. I thought long and hard, like, okay, what is actually your goal in this? What do you want to achieve in this? And my head was just blank. I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. And I know a lot of people can relate to this thing I'm saying. I know a lot of people want to come into tech for the job opportunities to elevate their career. I just asked him, like, okay, which part of tech are you doing? He said he's into backend. I said, okay, can you explain to me about backend? Can you explain to me about front end? Let me know which part I would like to go into. Now, you should know that before then, I had some experience in graphics. I design, so I had graphics experience. I knew stuff about digital marketing and SEO and whatnot. So I felt like, okay, front end, that's very obvious, front end. But then, newsflash, as God may have it, I do not now continue with the front end. And my goal is to be a full stack developer, because there's no harm in knowing both. As I said, I love learning, so there's no harm in learning both. Later, I had to go for backend development, the server side, and you just have to do your own personal research, because I'm not going to say everything yet. So yeah, that's basically how I started. I started with a course called CS50. It's a free course offered by Harvard, and it is on YouTube. It's also on EDX, their website, but I used the YouTube one. Mr. P, my friend, that was also what he used when he was starting. He told me it will help me a lot as a beginner, as someone who wants to learn coding as a beginner. And believe me, that course was wonderful. They actually update it every year. The one I used was 2020 back then, but I still go back all the time to look at it from time to time. Another thing I did that really helped me while I was learning how to code was having fun apps on my phone where one can learn coding. Now, as I said, this is not a sponsored post. I'm just talking about stuff I used that helped me. There's this app called Solo Learn that I had on my phone then, because I felt like at that point I just needed to learn as fast as possible, because I just wanted to be learning all the time. I have my phone a lot with me than my laptop. So I learned of this app called Solo Learn that has a couple of courses where you can read up, learn, do some code exercises and projects on your phone. Even do competitions with people on your phone. The name of the app is Solo Learn. I'm going to put the name down here and also put the link to the app in my description box for those that would like to check it out. I've introduced a lot of people to this app. Believe me, I've introduced a lot of people to this app. Another thing that would help you a lot is research. I cannot emphasize it enough. Now, in as much as I started with my CS50 course and Solo Learn app on my phone, I was doing a ton of research on my own also. I was using W3 schools to read up some things if I don't understand it because I'm a graphical learner. That's one thing with me. If I want to learn, reading things, I feel like that's even one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because I could have written this post on LinkedIn and publish it everywhere and all that. But I'm a kind of person that I want to hear somebody talk to me. I want to see it. I don't want to read it. I even enjoy a lot of books I read. I enjoy listening to them as audiobooks. I read them and then I listen to them as audiobooks and I enjoy it more. That's just my kind of person, that's my preference. So I would research lots and lots of videos, lots of crash courses on Python, because the first programming language I learned was Python. Now, one resource I would also recommend for that is Freecodecamp. They have an amazing course on Python. I think that course was how many hours long? But a couple of hours long though. But it's not something that you cannot finish. And another thing I would advise is, as you're learning these things, don't just be watching videos and that is it. Write things down. It helps to keep things in memory. And practice as they're practicing. Anything that is practiced in the course you're learning, practice it also. Practice it immediately. You understand? You have to. Because if you don't do it like that, you're going to forget a lot of things. Just be writing these things I'm saying down. I started learning with CS50 on YouTube. I had an app on my phone which I would practice with called Solo Learn. We have a lot of coding courses there that you can use to learn introductory, intermediate, and advanced. I would do a ton of research on my own, a lot. And one resource I would use for that, I used w3schools.com. I used Freecodecamp videos on YouTube, and I would practice every single thing they are doing, and I wrote each and everything down. In fact, I'll bring my note and show you. Wait, as promised, here I have, look at my book. Look at my book. See, it's filled to the brim. What the poor fell out. Not mind the plenty things inside my book. Oh, look, it's filled to the brim. This, I have this. I have thick cover dedicated to my coding. This one, I have a lot of things regarding Django. As I was reading documentation, I'll be jotting things down. So if you say I'm done with school, I'm not going to write stuff, you're deceiving yourself and it will slow down your learning. Now, how are certifications really important? That's another question I wrote down here. Certifications are important, but they are not paramount, especially while starting. They are not paramount. I see a lot of people that pay ridiculous amounts of money on boot camps, and after the boot camp, they still don't know anything. They still don't understand what they went there to do. That is why I always recommend that before you pay for this thing, yes, there are a lot of good courses that you have to pay for, amazing courses that you have to pay for, but before you go and put your money, unless you have money, if you have money, I'm sorry, I will not put mouths. But if you know that you're like us, you're a babe on a budget or a guy on a budget like us, please and please, there are a lot of free resources that you can start with. Now, lots of jobs just want to know, what can you do? Not what certificates do you have. You can have that certificate and not know how to do anything. That's my opinion. You might have a different opinion, but that is mine. I would seriously recommend an internship, paid or unpaid. Try to understand what it is like working in that field you have chosen in a professional environment. You have done an internship, you see that, oh, this is what it looks like to work in this role in a company. You know what you're doing. You understand? It builds your confidence. I would always recommend doing a ton of research, even on your own. If you have questions, if you don't know anybody around you that is doing that particular thing you're going, go to LinkedIn and find somebody. Chat the person up. If you chat like 5 people up, at least 1 person will answer you. Tell the person, I beg, I need help. I'm on a journey of learning this. Can you help me out? Can you mentor me? Or at least, can I ask you some questions? Being someone in this field, at least 1 person will help you. If you want me to help you, I will put my LinkedIn down. Chat me. If I can help you, I will help you. I think I've addressed a lot of questions. I've addressed how can I get mentorship, which is one of the questions that I wrote here. As I said, if you don't have anybody around you that can help, you can go to LinkedIn, make connections. What I mean by connection is speaking with people, communicating with people in places where you have challenges. Because if you think you can do it by yourself, it's like you'll be on the highway, very big highway like this, running straight to Abuja, where your destination is Lagos. So it doesn't matter how fast you run, as you don't have direction, you're going the opposite way. Research along the way. Right now we have a lot of research tools. In fact, Google self is good enough. ChatGPT is my darling. You have to know how to be a prompt engineer though, just to use it effectively. Yeah, if you have any more questions, you can write them in the comment section. I will address them in my next video. I just hope you learned a lot from this video. I know I was quite playful. I just like to be myself on here. You guys are my best friends. If you really love my content, you can click the subscription box below and ring the notification bell so that my videos will be recommended to you anytime I post. See you guys.